Hey guys, so here at this crappy motel, but look who I ran into. Look at these faces again. You remember Crusher at one of the vids?
Hello, Internet.
This is Slice.
We're staying here tonight, but we've been warned not to, so we might go down the road.
Yeah, that would be a better option. So this is the Relax Inn, and I'll show you. This is, I thought it would be a step up from the Best Southern, but it definitely isn't. So, you know, you got cracks in the foundation coming all the way up, so it's probably going to fall into a sinkhole. Got the nice little holes in the walls, or the doors of the bathroom. Here's a nice shower. I actually had to stick this plate back in so that you know, it looked a little bit nicer, but it took about 5 minutes for the hot water to actually start running. I didn't even think they had any hot water, so. But you know, your typical holes in the carpet, and it smells like someone smoked about a carton of cigarettes in here, and the animal died. So they try to mask it with this air freshener here, and it smells good right when you get in, and then yeah, your nose doesn't fail after that. So highly recommend not staying in this crap hole. But we'll see what these guys' decisions end up at. All right, guys. Well, this is Bigfoot signing off. I'll see you guys a little later. Hey, good morning, everyone. Day 28 here, and we are at Davis Cemetery. It's about a 150-yard walk off of the 18th, and just has, I think, a total of about 3 or 4 gravestones. The dates on these are from the early 1800s to mid 1800s. So this one right here is Lizzie M., born in 1859, died in 1893. She was just a little bit younger than me. And then we have a couple of folks here that were born in the early 1800s, and I think it says 1886. So, oh, there's another gravestone right there. So yeah, there's 4 or 5 gravestones in here. I don't know what the background is of the Davis Cemetery, but it is underneath a tree here out in the middle of this field. I did pass a sign that said something about the first settlers being somewhere in this area, so these folks that are buried up here maybe were a generation after that, because I think, which will be at the sign here in just a moment, but it said something about the mid 1700s. We are maybe a mile into the hike from Atkins. It's been a pretty easy mile, pretty flat, and looking at Gut Hook's pictures at what's upcoming, we'll be walking through some pastures today, and the plan is, depending on the weather, it's supposed to rain in the late afternoon, early evening. I might go to Chestnut. There's a nice shelter there that's enclosed, fully enclosed. I actually might stay in the shelter. So, all right, so headwaters, middle fork of the Holston River. Early settlement was known in 1748, Smith County, Virginia. So, kind of cool. All right, well, I'm gonna keep on trekking here, and I got a good feeling that we'll have a lot to see today. Bigfoot out. Hey, so we're passing through this pasture, and it goes right next to a, looks like a herd of cattle. And I thought this part was kind of cool because it reminded me of a movie that me and my brother referred to with certain things, which is Gladiator. And it just reminds me of the field at the very end where he's walking through right before he dies. And anyway, thought that was pretty cool. Want to do a little rendition of that. All right, I'll check you guys later. All right, so we
just came from the south over there. The mountain that was a 1/4 mile mark was I think just up there. Rode the ridge all the way down and kind of rode the pasture down through. There's a road, I don't remember what road, probably like VA 6 something. Anyway, got a nice cool view walking through the pasture of this valley here. Some farmland. When you go through these pastures, you do lots of cow pie dodging, like this. I've almost stepped in like 2 of them, so you gotta be careful. So when I was coming down the last ascent, I got some water at a stream and sat down in an area that's covered with poison oak, which I didn't notice when I sat down, of course. So I got some poison oak on my left forearm, which a lot better than poison ivy. It stings at first and will start to swell up a little bit, and usually is gone by the end of the day. So it's just more of a pain in the butt. But we are about 10 miles in on the day. I'm not quite sure what time it is yet. I suppose I can look. So it's 1:30, and we left at 9:30 this morning. So been about 4 hours, averaging 2.5 miles per hour, which is kind of like the leisurely pace I like to take sometimes. Been doing lots of climbing out of Atkins, so that's another reason. Tomorrow, if we can get to, I think it's called Chestnut Shelter, has a great 360 degree view of a massive, I guess, sinkhole is what Gut Hook called it. It's like a 8 by 4 mile sinkhole that's kind of turned into this big valley, and the shelter is fully enclosed. And from the picture in Gut Hook's apps, it looks like they're kind of like bunks, or at least that's what the picture showed. So this might be one of the nights where, if there's room, I might stay in the shelter. It is supposed to storm. I don't know if it's tonight, but for sure tomorrow. So one of the hikers, Slice, that you met earlier, said it's supposed to be like a monsoon coming in, so who knows. The terrain tomorrow after Chestnut gets really flat, so I was really hoping to crank out like 35 miles. So the weather will probably hold me up a little bit, but we'll see. All right, well, I'm gonna keep on trekking, and I'll pull this out next time we get something good. Hello, good evening everyone. It's about 20 after 6, day 28. We are climbing up the big climb for the day, Chestnut Ridge, and I feel like I'm walking through a cemetery at Halloween. A big fog machine. Check this out. It's really cool. So I'm gonna try to block the wind a little bit from the microphone. I don't know if, hope you can hear me, but top of Chestnut will be about 25 miles in the day. The shelter is probably full. I guess bubble. I've crossed a couple of southbounders, section hikers, and one of the guys said he's passed over 100 people in the last couple days going northbound. So I'm not expecting to get in the shelter like I kind of wanted to. So I'll set up a tent. But anyway, check out that. Kind of eerie. There's supposed to be a pond up here just past the clearing. It's the last water source on the mountain, or at least for the Knob shelter, so I'll stop there. Well, we'll see what happens, but this might be the last time I see you guys tonight. So this is Bigfoot signing off on day 28. I think I said, but I'll say again, we passed the quarter mark, 5:47 and some change. It was actually at like mile marker 5:52, but we're past a quarter of the way, so it feels pretty good. All right, guys, this is Bigfoot checking out. Hey guys, we got like maybe a 20-foot, 15-foot visibility as we're approaching the top of Chestnut Knob. It's pretty cool. The wind has died down, so it's not as cold. No clue what's in front of me. I know it's behind me, but you can't see. Pretty cool. Good evening, everyone. So I got to the shelter and it was full as expected. So I decided to say screw it, and I'm going down to the gap. So we got a big storm coming. Actually, it's not a storm tonight, it's more of just rain. That is about an hour away. Luckily, I only got to go down about 1.4 miles. So, but I got to set up my tent and get everything ready so I can get out of the rain before it starts. And then looks like we got a big storm coming on the overnight though, or maybe in the morning. So it's going to be a fun night. Yeah, I decided not to stay up on Chestnut. There's no views, and with the wind and the storm, I learned my lesson back on Walnut. So I will extend my day another 1.5 miles ish, which I don't know, maybe that puts me somewhere in the 26 to 27 mile ballpark range today. Not too shabby since I started at 9:30, so I'll take that one to the bank. From here to basically Ferrisburg, it's like flat, man. I mean, there was a climb right before Ferrisburg, and then go back down into Ferrisburg, but could definitely do some huge miles. Tomorrow looked to be like the best of all, but with all the storms, I really don't know what's going to happen. So I guess stay tuned to find out. All right, guys. Well, I think this will be the last broadcast for the evening. So this is Bigfoot signing off for real. Day 28 on the AT. Good night.